Welcome back. It's Hop's Metal Show. This is Hop. Oh, wow, I
You
had
had to
so
think
much
about that
trouble
one
with
today.
that tonight.
I'm saying.
Golly, we've been doing this show forever.
Yeah, I
I
think
can't
you
remember.
know who you are by now,
Yeah.
and the show.
Well, you think I could get on the right order too? Anyway, we're doing we got something else for y'all tonight. We're doing top 10 songs with a color in the title.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you want to do it?
That works for me.
And I told him, when I said some string, he was down with it. So I went through and picked out a whole sheet of songs with color in them.
Well, we didn't talk about this, but I think I maybe had said part of this to you. I didn't want to have, because you could go through here and have a whole list of just nothing but songs with black in it, and I didn't want to do that. And I didn't want two of the same band.
Yeah.
So
that I followed them rules because that's why kids didn't make a choice.
So that was my only stipulation. And really, like I said, I wouldn't have cared if you would have done it. That was something I chose not to do.
Well, after you said that, I was like, well, that's what I'm going to do too. That was the way it's. But
it gives the other bands a little chance.
And we'll talk about each of the songs as we go, and maybe if you want to say why you picked that, where you picked it at. But give me go ahead and start it off.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so coming in at number 10 is White Lightning by Def Leppard. That's the song that was Steve Clark. About Steve Clark. If you listen to the song, it's all about alcohol killing you. But I just put it in there. It's not like one of my favorite songs, but it's put in there because I'm a big Steve Clark fan.
Yeah, respect. Throwing out the respect there.
And I thought it was cool that Def Leppard done. It's not a song in emotion. That's the best Steve Clark tribute, but it's pretty good. Y'all go check it out. Go check out White Lightning by Def Leppard.
Yeah, I didn't really put a whole lot of. I don't want to say. I didn't put a whole lot of comments about any of this stuff. I just put the songs in the stuff, so I'll throw in a little stuff here and there. But anyway, my number 10 is Spiritbox, Yellow Jacket, and it's got Sam Carter from the Architects. He's on that. That's off the Eternal Blue, and it's Spiritbox. I mean, Courtney's vocals are just kick ass.
Yeah, she's sing too.
Yeah,
she's right up there with
Ginger, Tatiana. Couldn't think of her name.
Yeah, we haven't done no Spiritbox in a while.
No, there's a I can't remember what the festival was, but there's a couple videos, live stuff from whatever festival it is, and she has people come out with her, and Poppy comes out on a song. I can't remember the song. That one was really good. And I think Tatiana comes out. One of them comes out, I think, on Circle With Me. But I can't remember if it was, I want to say it was Tatiana. I can't remember. But they're pretty kick-ass.
All right, so I guess we'll go to my number 9. And I don't know, did you go see Aerosmith on Nine Lives tour? Or did you just go see them on them? Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah, it was the Nine Lives. Yeah, Blaine and I.
Anyway, Aerosmith does a song called Pink.
Yeah.
On off Nine Lives album, and every time I hear the song, I remember. I don't know if you remember when we saw them. They done that song, and Steven Tyler had this big ass pink hat. His whole outfit was pink. I mean, his hat was humongous.
I don't remember that.
And I'll never forget that. I mean, I remember.
Apparently, I did.
And they Aerosmith, they were good.
Yeah.
All 4 times I saw them. But coming in at number 9 for me is Pink by Aerosmith.
All right, my number 9 is Opeth, Blackwater Park. That's off the same album with the same name. I love Opeth. This one's more of their, I don't want to say their older style, but back when they were pretty much everything was more the deathy kind of vocals. But this one was kind of, it had some like cool chill parts in it and stuff. But Um, I had to throw some Opeth up in there too. So
Yeah, I can't say much about Opeth. I don't know much about Opeth.
yeah, most of their newer stuff is more clean vocals. You probably get into but it
Yeah.
still has a heavy guitar and parts. There's some that's just pretty much chill the whole time, but there's still got some good heavy parts to it.
Check that out. So we on that number 8.
Yep.
All right, number 8. I got and back in the day, it's one of my favorite bands, but it's Red Rose by Rocks Gang.
Forgot about that one.
I actually had the tags.
Yep, you
Rocks
did.
Gang
Yep.
on my Camaro.
I think when you and I first started hanging out, that was the tags you had on.
Probably was.
You had them there for a good while.
81 Camaro had Red Rose. Rocks Gang on tags.
Yep.
And I know the Guru interviewed the lead singer of Rocks Gang, and it's a right interesting interview. You should go listen to it. He talks about all kinds of stuff. I mean, he talks about stuff I can't believe he talks about. Like it's something to do with the shooting. I can't remember what it had to do with, but I had heard an interview with him before, but this one was more in depth than
about the shooting part, or all just
whole,
all in general.
His whole history. And he talks about why he isn't doing Rocks Gang, and I mean it all makes sense. I understand it all. I mean, because at the end of the day, you know, when he wrote that stuff, you know, he's in a whole different mindset.
Oh yeah.
And trying to squeeze back into all them clothes and stuff like that. He just
I mean, you don't have to do that, but yeah, if you're in a different headspace and that's not your thing anymore, and you want to do something different, and yeah, totally understand that.
But maybe I'll put a link to that interview down in the comments section when I put
our list, yeah.
But yeah, number 8 we have Red Rose by Rocks Gang.
I'm gonna change the subject real quick. I saw he did a couple interviews with I want to say it was a guitar player for Wildside on there.
Yeah,
I was looking up something on there today on his. Anyway, so my number 8, we were just talking about Tatiana, Ginger, Green Serpent off the album Duel. I love Ginger. I love Tatiana. I had to put her on the list
for a while.
Yep.
That's because Love ain't here.
Yep. Yeah, we need to get him back down here at least some point in time for at least a video, baby. Guest of honor.
Yeah.
So that's all really.
All right, so I know you might be surprised this made my countdown, but damn, it's a good song. Is number 7's Purple Rain by Prince.
I thought about putting that on here, but I was like, it's not quite heavy enough, or I mean, it's still considered rock, but I thought it would have made it on here but I was like,
well, the guitar work.
Oh yeah,
Prince.
Yeah, I agree. And it's purple. I didn't have purple on my list, so.
And if anybody doubts Prince, they need to go watch.
Yes, absolutely. I know what you're talking about.
The induction of George Harrison on when they do My Guitar Gently Weeps. Prince steals the show.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, he walks
the whole song in general with all the guys out there doing that is killer. But when he comes out there, it's just like,
yeah. I mean, he comes out like he owns the stage, and he does.
And he did.
He pretty much just took it over.
Yep.
But he shredded. I never dreamed he could shred like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we know what he was capable of, but
I think Tom Petty was even like, holy shit.
Yeah. Definitely killer.
But yeah, that's my number 7 is Purple Rain by Prince.
All right. So I'm going with my number 7. I think Town and Campus. I think Tom is where I heard about this band first. I think, you go down there and he'd be pushing something on you. And I'm pretty sure this album was one of those albums. Seven Dust, the song Black, off of the self-titled album. That whole album's pretty kick-ass anyway. But yeah, I just wanted to, let's see how many songs of Black I got on here. Quite a few. So there's another Black. So.
I didn't even think about this song. That's a killer song.
Yeah.
I saw an interview with him on Rock Feed, one of the guys from Seven Dust, and he was talking about the guy that does Rock Feed was telling him how respected Seven Dust is in the music business, and he was talking about how they were pretty much pioneers, and because he was talking about the first album, and talking about, he wanted to get into some more deep stuff about the first album because it was a short interview. But he was talking about how appreciative they are that everybody thinks like that. He said we haven't met many jerks. It's like everybody's always decent to us. But hell, you figure we saw them in the mid '90s probably.
Yeah, I mean, and they still sound good live, and like you said, I mean, they're still putting it out there, and still great musicians and very, very respectable people for sure. So that's my number 7.
So is my go?
Yep, number 6.
Number 6. Mine's number 6 has got 2 colors in the title.
All right. I know you said you had one, so.
So I've got Blackout in the Red Room.
All right, that's a good one.
I Love Hate.
Damn good song.
Yeah.
Almost, I thought about putting that one on here, but I had too many other songs that beat that one out.
I think they're a band that got missed. I think they were a little too late for the ride, and I think a lot of people didn't even give them a shot, man. And they were that first album, Blackout in the Red Room.
Yeah.
I mean, it's. I don't even know if there's a clunker on there. It's pretty solid.
Yeah,
album.
I don't think it is.
But,
all right, so this one is probably going to be on your list, probably closer to the bottom, but this one's a little more towards the middle on mine. AC/DC, classic.
Oh yeah.
Back in Black. I mean, I don't think I really need to say anything about this song because I think everybody by now knows. The song kicks ass.
Yeah.
So
it was, man, it was everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it was on a perfect album, perfect song, perfect album, song, title. I mean, there's not much more you can say about it. It has already been said.
Yeah, it is what it is.
But for a follow up, to Lose Bon Scott, not even. I mean, they didn't even trip at all.
Nope.
I mean,
no beats missed.
They just completely jumped the fence. Said, "Hell with this. We're going."
Watch here. Hold my beer.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, you can't. How can you not mention it?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's watching this has a top 10 countdown, and it's probably in it.
I'd say a majority of them. It probably is. Yes. It'd be a very high percentage.
Well, you ready for me to go to my next one?
Yep.
I got Fade to Black by Metallica.
Yep.
Coming in. I don't know what number it was.
It should be 5, I think. Yeah, we just did 6.
No, it's.
Or maybe did I go first?
No, I went first. This was number 6.
Oh, that was your number 6? Well, then I must have went first.
No. Yeah.
We done got all out of whack here.
Well, that's because I'm doing my ass backwards.
Oh, okay. So what was yours again?
I guess mine, Fade to Black.
Oh, okay. Fade to Black, yes.
Was my next one. And that's number 5.
Yeah. All right. You want to say anything about that one?
It's kind of like Back in Black.
Yeah,
really ain't much you can say about it that hasn't already been said.
All right. So here's my 2 color word song, whatever you want to call this. And we talked about this earlier. Red Light, Green Light, TNT, Kicks. I mean, I had to put them on there.
Oh yeah, they gotta be.
So yeah, so great live. Seen it. I don't know how many times we've seen them, but pretty much every time we've seen them, I think this song's been played.
Yeah.
So damn good, all around good song. Good band, great band.
I think it's first song on the album, so it's the first song you hear. Probably one of the first Kick songs I ever heard. Well, not one of the first, but
probably was for me because I didn't find out about it until a little later on. I was a little late to the party on a lot of bands. So
I jumped on I was on the Midnight Dynamite.
Yeah.
When I jumped on. All right, so my next one is Back in Black.
There you go.
So there it is.
I kind of thought maybe it'd be a little closer to the top or bottom, whichever way you want to look at it.
But it's like you said, you got to have it in there.
Yeah.
It's a crowd favorite.
Crowd pleaser.
They're definitely one of their biggest songs.
All right, moving along. My number 4, Virginia Natives, Lamb of God, Redneck.
Oh, I didn't think of this song.
Had to do it. Off of Sacrament. Damn good song. Classic. I think it's probably one of their, I don't want to say their most popular, but it's probably up there towards the top.
Yeah, and if it's one of them songs that it's not as vocals aren't as growly as a lot of other
Mm-hmm.
stuff too.
Yep. So I had to put some Virginia natives in there.
So we'll go with my number 3, which after I listened to it, the more I listened to it, it started just kept climbing and climbing and climbing. It's Blue Tequila by Dirty Looks.
I forgot about that one.
I forgot how good that song was. That was one of the first songs come to mind because I always liked the song. And I forgot how good it was till I played it, and I'm like, man, this should have been on Cool for the Wire. This song rips ass. But yeah, coming in at number 3 is Old Blue Tequila.
All right, my number 3 is band I've seen quite a few times. I just haven't seen them in a long time. I need to go see them again. I got some Overkill, some good old school thrash metal. Mean Green Killing Machine off of the Grinding Wheel. Great song. It's just one of those songs that just get you pumped up and just get you going. Good workout song.
Yeah, we ain't.
I don't work out, but if you did, it'd be a good workout song.
Yeah, and they're like one band that they're still putting out good stuff.
Oh yeah, still kicking ass.
I mean, but pretty much all that thrash scene, when you look at it at the end of the day, you know, Metallica, you know, they're where they are.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all still, them guys are all still real.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they've never sold themselves short. Metallica just, I think the crowd just went to them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they really sold. I mean, they did a little bit, but they're still doing what they're still making the kind of heavy music they make it still sell out.
Yeah.
The crowd kind of just went to them.
Mm-hmm.
They just figured everything lined up perfect for them.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
But anyway,
number 2.
Yeah, you want to go number 2?
Let's do it.
All right, Kix made my number 2.
Oh.
Scarlet Fever.
Oh, Scarlet Red.
And it's like he said, I'm pretty sure. I know they played it at the final show. And I've heard it live. I don't know if I heard it every time, but I know they played.
Yeah, I don't think it was wasn't a popular song played live anyway. I should say.
But I'm much as we've seen them live, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I've probably seen it at least twice anyway.
I think they played the last show.
Yeah, probably so.
Because they played a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that was on that they played at that show that hadn't really been played for a while. Not a lot, but there was quite a few songs. All right, so this is a rare track here. Well, it's not really rare, but it's probably a forgotten track. Let's put it that way. I'm going back to Sanctuary off of Refuge Denied. It's a cover song. White Rabbit, Jefferson Airplane. Damn good song, and he kicks ass on the vocals on this one. Great song. I love it.
Who Sanctuary?
Yeah,
mm-hmm. That's the guy that
sang for Nevermore.
Passed,
yeah, mm-hmm. World Dane.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he was a good vocalist. I enjoyed his style.
So I guess if anybody knows me, my number 1 shouldn't be hard to figure out. Red Hot by Motley Crue.
Yeah.
I love that drum intro. Tommy's just played his ass off.
Yeah. Red Hot.
But that's my number 1.
Well, my number 1 was your number. I don't remember what number it was. Fade to Black, Metallica.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. I figured it had been in yours. Now I think about it.
It's my favorite. Ride the Lightning is my favorite album. So I was like, you know what? It's probably out of all that. It's got to be up there at the top. So.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So I mentioned this before we started recording. I had a couple other songs in my list that I kind of weeded out some of the other stuff, but before I even wrote them down. But I did have, I think we did this video in this moment with Rob Halford, Black Wedding.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we did that video.
Now, whether it got banned or not, I can't remember.
I think it's stuck. I don't know. Now, yeah.
We've had some trouble for years.
Yeah.
Not many, but.
And then my other 2-color titled song, Five Finger Death Punch doing Blue on Black, probably catch some shit over that because a lot of people hate Five Finger Death Punch, but I don't care. I like that song, and it's got shit. What's the guy's the guy who does Blue and Black? Kenny Wayne Shepherd. Thank you. He's on there. It was a country singer, and I can't think of his name right offhand. I wanted to say Dirk Bentley, but it's not him. It's another singer. And then Brian May, he's on there. Seems like there might have been somebody else on that track, but
there's a lot of that because there's a track with Sully and Travis Tritt and somebody else. But I mean, there's a lot of it. It's kind of like outlaw country, modern day outlaw country.
Yeah. And then it had Motor Grader, which probably most people probably haven't heard of them, but we saw them on Ozfest. I'm pretty sure it was Ozfest one year, and the song is called Red. But Ivan Moody sings for Red Five Finger Death Punch. He was in that band on that album. I don't remember what the album was, but that was the only one he sang for. And right after that, he left and went to start. Well, I guess he started singing for Five Finger Death Punch then. But that's a good song. I like that one. So that's all I got.
And well, I guess some of the songs I think of right off the top of my head is that were on my list. That I Saw Red,
mm-hmm.
A Warrant,
mm-hmm.
Red Light, Green Light, TNT by Kicks. They're the two I can think of right offhand. Black Sunshine,
yeah,
White Zombie,
yeah.
That
Black Hole Sun,
yeah. On Black Days,
yeah. Blackened.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like I said, you could make a whole 10 song list, just nothing but black songs. So
another song that come to my head was Greenhouse Effect by Testament. It's off Practice What You Preach. It's about greenhouse effect when all this stuff was a big deal. Environment, not that it's not right now, but
I put it in my list. On my Spotify list. It was I didn't even know this song existed. I don't even remember what album it came off of, but Limp Bizkit has this Red Light, Green Light song too. It's not the same one, but
not TNT.
Yeah.
No TNT involved.
There's another black song, Black Betty.
Oh yeah, lame. Well, you want to roll out?
Yeah, let's do it.
I guess till the next time.
We've rambled on.
We will put our lists. String figured it out. He shared the wealth with me, so
I wasn't for sure. Well, I wasn't sure if it was going to work or not, but apparently it did.
If y'all have Spotify accounts, hit us up.
And I don't know if you did it. I think if you did it the way I told you, it should have. I think on the last video when we tagged our playlists in there, I had it set up where I think it works this way, where people can contribute and add songs to the list.
All right.
So
that'd be cool.
I think so. If you want to add, I'm hoping that works. So if it does, if you want to go in there and add a song to those playlists within the category of the playlist, certainly go do that. It always helps us if we forgot about something or if it's a band we never heard of. And I know the drinking song was that video, so then we'll add these on there. So I'm going to add a bunch more shit to mine. So if you want to add any other colors to them, that's fine too. I mean,
if you got even top 10 that you want, and plus if you have top 10 that you want us to do, just hit us up in the comment section.
And I'm not even against if you want to put something in mine anyway. If it's a different genre altogether, I'm okay with that. I may not leave it in there if I don't like it, but I'll at least listen to it. So,
but yeah, yes. Also check us out on Facebook.
Do it.
Go in there and go sign up for the group. Leave your suggestions in there if you want to. So I guess we go rolling out here then. I didn't even warm this sucker up, but we should be all right. Until next time, stay safe, sit strong.
Peace.